and welcome back finally after like a fucking month. I've been extremely busy. I've got a new job as a fucking bar supervisor in a massive fucking restaurant in Edinburgh. It's been very stressful, but I will say thank you for everybody, because I've now got over 1,000 subscribers, 1,060 as of time as I'm recording this, and I can't fucking believe that. I've made a cumulative amount of 17 cents on YouTube so far. 17 cents! Which is even crazy in the grand scheme of things, that many people would want to watch the fucking bullshit that I put on fucking YouTube. Anyway, a lot of things have happened in Deathmatch Wrestling. Shut up, maybe! Cats. Won't shut up. I watched bits of the Highest in the Room, I watched bits of Emo Night, I watched bits of Get Lost a lot for GCW, but like this was all during while I was working, now working like 50 hours a week, getting up at 8 in the morning, getting home at midnight, fucking no time to watch them, no time to edit anything, no time to do anything, but now I'm back, I've finally got like a proper rota and everything, so enough of all the bullshit and all the fucking crap. We've got GCW, we've got ICW, we've got No Holds Barred, we've got VOW, we've got H2O, we've got AWR, we've got RPW, we've got Rise, we've got Freedoms, we've got Big Japan, all this fucking shit to talk about. So, let's fucking get to it. I believe this is episode 24 of the news that broke glass. And to begin, we will go over GCW's FightClub, which was held in the Showboat, which had a Showboat attendance record. I think apparently the one before was the Cardona Gage match, which is fine, but for me, because I'm a sad mark and I don't know why this matters to me, I've always cared about this. For WWE, ECW, fucking anything, I want to know what the exact attendance figure is for every show. Even if it's a tiny show, even if fucking ICW runs the pit, you know what I mean? I want to know how many people are there. There's an attendance record. No one specified what the attendance record was. That annoyed me anyway. Place was packed. Crowd was fucking hot. I will say I did see Gets Lost a lot. I did see the Highest in the Room. I saw Ron Funches and Tony Depp, and that was fucking awesome. I would go back and watch the whole shows and go over them, but the time has moved on. GCW waits for no man at the minute. There's fucking a show every fucking 5 fucking minutes. So I did see those shows. I did see Homicide against Minoru Suzuki. I saw Gresham against Minoru Suzuki. Gage is going to be against Suzuki at War Ready in a week, or a couple of weeks. Oh, sorry, Naomi. Cat's mulling around because she knows when I talk about wrestling, she gets amped up, she gets hyped. Anyway, we'll go over fucking GCW's FightClub, Mox versus Gage. You know what I will say is this has nothing to do with this show, but I would rather they just had Effie on commentary instead of Kevin Gill, because I thought he was on the second show, the Aftermatch show, and he was fucking really good. Anyway, so we're meant to have Alex Zane against Ninja Matt, which I was really looking forward to, and then Leo Rush came in, made a 3-way match, was fucking awesome, crowd was fucking hot for it. Flips and dives and jumps and just speedy fucking shit. There was like Ninja Mac did his like handspring fucking spinning backflips things, and then outside and powerbomb Leo Rush and Alex Zane. Really fucking good match. Alex Zane wins. The finish kind of came quite quickly. I think it was like Leo Rush was going to do a splash and like he was going to stop Alex Zane pinning Ninja Mac, but he couldn't. Don't know if it was a fuck up or if it was just like, oh, Leo Rush, he's got ring rust. Leo Rust. Ah, fuck. What was that called? But it was a good match. Next match was good. As well, we got Dickinson and Starboy Charlie, who Kevin Gill is calling Team Eye to Eye. No one else mentioned that apart from Kevin Gill, but he is the man, the KG. They beat Joey Janelle and Marco Stunt in a really good tag team match. It just makes me want to watch. I just want to see fucking Chris Dickinson against Marco Stunt. Just give me that every week. Just get him powerbomb the fuck out of him. Awesome, really good match. I'm sure the end came with like a sort of brainbuster by Starboy Charlie, and then Dixon came in and pinned Marco, I believe. Good match. Good to see they're all like, oh my god, the tag team division, GCW, blah blah blah, because you got the tag team belts back, blah 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 blah. Fair enough. Well, I suppose it saves it from being a single match everything. Then we got one of my favourite matches, because I do not like Jordan Oliver. Nothing against him as a person, just a character, and as a wrestler I don't really like him. He's not my cup of tea. He was beaten by, he beat Atticus Cogar, sorry, which really annoyed me, but anyway, good match. Cogar's so fucking crisp. Cogar's so fucking good, so happy to see him all the time. he is such a standout on the independents and in wrestling in general. There's a bit where like there's two doors set up over chairs on the outside, and fucking Jordan Oliver like gave Kogar like a cutter right to the outside, and his head off the floor looked like fucking sick, bub. Oliver won. Boo! That's the crowd reaction was much the same as mine at home. I did watch this show. I got home at like midnight and I watched the show and I was like, right, I'll watch an hour and I'll watch the rest tomorrow. I'll watch an hour, I'll watch the rest tomorrow. And I had to get up at fucking 7 AM and I went to bed at like 5 and then I had like a fucking 9-hour shift. It was horrible, fucking horrible. Anyway, Kogar gets in the ring, Jordan Oliver's like, shake my hand, you know Kogar's going to turn on him, shakes his hand, blah blah blah, turns on him, scares him, and those young dumb and broke fucking idiots come in. They never do anything. They're always talking about Jordan Oliver's like, oh yeah, he's the leader of young dumb and broke. They're never there, they just kind of appear randomly for 5 seconds. They're never in matches, they never fucking do anything. They didn't even come into the ring with them. Like, they just come in and they all got rightfully booed. Fucking good, fuck them. Then we got probably one of my favourite matches of the night, Matt Cardona against Effie for the internet title, and if Cardona lost, he lost his GCW career. This match was awesome. Rough Rider right at the start. Fucking, I'm such a fucking mark for Cardona. His little GCW runs really completely changed my opinion on him. But shows how much of a fucking sad mark I am, really. Great match. Effie did like a fucking running sent onto the outside right through a chair. Fucking, there was a disgusting chair shot. Cardona hits Effie in the head a couple of times with a chair, but he manages to get his hands up. Then Effie sits there and he fucking blasts him chair in his fucking head. Oh my god, what a sick fucking chair shot. Then in the end, reminiscent of when Edge ran down at One Night Stand wearing like a stupid fucking motorbike helmet, Chelsea Green runs down in a sort of visor and a sort of a Mance Warner-esque jacket and runs in, and then low blows Effie. Cardona wins and retains his title, and oh my god, it's Chelsea Green. Like, she could have just ran out and low blowed him. Like, the same at One Night Stand 2006. 2006. Edge could have just like ran out and speared him, and like it wouldn't matter. Why were they wearing like stupid masks? Like, it was like, doesn't matter. Like, just run in. What's the reveal for? Like, we know. Fucking hell. Anyway, awesome match, one of the best of the night. And we had next the obligatory scramble. ASF, Braden Lee, Calvin Tankman, Dante Leon, Gringo Loco, Jimmy Lloyd, and Thunder Rosa debuting for GCW. I'm sure she was there in the afternoon for the JCW shows. I did not watch them, so I'll not review them. They were free on YouTube. GCW there, and there's an On Point Wrestling show as well. I believe that was yesterday, which I do want to see because there's a match between Schlack, Dan O'Hare against Satu Jin and John Wayne Murdoch. But John Wayne Murdoch was there as well, so I do want to watch those shows to support the guys, but I have not seen them because I've been busy as a cunt, as I've said. Anyway, match was fucking awesome. Scramble stuff, 7 people scramble. Thunder Rosa looked awesome. Everybody looked really fucking good. Dante Leon, Gringo Loco, I will say, has got one of the most beautiful fucking like moonsaults ever. It's so like the hang type, so crisp. I love his moonsaults. ASF as well, Braden Lee. It was really good. What a fucking like awesome scramble match. I don't know, make it a bit different because there's Thunder Rosa and 7 people. But then Jimmy Lloyd wins at the end with like a sort of like spinning, the sort of sit out fucking driver, like pile driver thing that he does, but like spinning round and round. I'm sure he pinned ASF or Braden Lee, I think. That match was good. Good to see Thunder Rosa, good to see all the guys, awesome. Then we went to probably my least favourite match of the show for different reasons. Second Gear Crew, AJ Manson, Justice were against Akira making his debut. Good for fucking Akira to get payday for GCW. Alex Colon and G Raver. And when Akira comes out, Kevin Gill was being a cunt as usual to ICW and saying, this is more fans than Akira's ever wrestled in front of his entire life. You're like, I don't think that's quite true. Like, he's sort of come out of obscurity and now he's in the bright, shiny lights of GCW, blah blah blah. Like, Akira's been like in lots and lots of different companies. Like, he's been like everywhere. He's been in like almost every ICW show they've ran. Aside from the ones he wasn't on at the Showboat for Boardwalk Buds. They're just kind of they're essentially bad-mouthing ICW and Olds Bar without saying their name. And they also mentioned like Masters of Pain. They couldn't have at least mentioned like, oh yeah, he's an ICW and Olds Bar regular, blah blah blah. He's cut his teeth there. Now he's come to the big. They didn't even mention them by name. They just kind of bad-mouthed them without even mentioning them, which pissed me off a little bit. And the match was basically just second gear crew beating the fuck out of Akira, and Alex Colon and G-Raver doing next to nothing. They did literally nothing. Oh yeah, and there was no light tubes. No light tubes, no glass. It wasn't a death match. There was just chairs and doors. And Akira just basically, what did Kevin Gill said? Baptism by fire. To me, I assume it's all pre-planned and everything. They all know exactly what they're doing. Akira just got the shit kicked out of him. Reminiscent almost of Daniel Puder in the Rumble, when everybody just came out and beat the fuck out of him. And Alex Cole and G-Raver did a little bit. They didn't really do too much, you know. These two bastions of fucking GCW, the three-peat champion and the evil G-Raver, and they can't fucking do nothing. Also, fucking Manson that had. Manson, AJ Gray had Akira up on their shoulders on the outside. Big disgusting chair shot from Matthew Justice. And the second gear crew won, I believe, pinning Akira. And what a shocking revelation. And you think, well, I mean, it's really good to see Akira in GCW. I'm happy for him to get the payday, but fucking hell, fuck you, Kevin Gill, for saying that shit. And fucking. And just the match in general was pretty lackluster. For all the people that were in it, I thought we were going to get a fucking war. But it was just basically, let's beat up Akira for 10 minutes. Right. Now we move on to the second match, which to be fair to Shea Mercer and Yo-Yo, the things I did see, it was good. But this was one of the matches at time where I was like, right, it's like 3:30 in the morning or whatever, or near enough to 4. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go to sleep. And I was like, nope, I can't do it. I need to watch Gage against Moxley. So I caught the end. Match was good, decent. I didn't realise on the cage match it's saying it went fucking 15 minutes. I didn't know it fucking went that long. Match was alright from what I saw, but I can't really give it a decent enough analysis because I didn't see all of it. Anyway, then we move on to the world title match. Mick Foley comes out, the hardcore legend that he is. Everybody loves Mick Foley. Although I do like Mick Foley, but for me, Mick Foley commentated on this match, and he's got the insight. He's the deathmatch, blah 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 blah. I remember Mick Foley being the commentator with Joey Styles at One Night Stand 2005 and hating him. And I can't remember in one of Mick Foley's books, or he did something, an interview or a book or something, where he was basically lambasted sort of like backyard wrestling things and said, blah blah blah, they're killing themselves, when, you know, like that's the whole reason, like he made like his like millions. Anyway, he was alright. Puts over deathmatch wrestling, puts over Gage and Moxley. He says that the best thing in his career was the reaction he got when he was against Mikey Whipwreck in his last match in ECW, which would have been 96 or 95, probably 96. Anyway, enough of that. Gage comes out, awesome reception for the fucking king, the god, the man of this shit. John Moxley comes out, it was fucking awesome, the crowd's going fucking crazy. Dewey's with Gage, you should always be with Gage all the time. Just pay him more money, like, just give him money so he goes to every show. He's fucking one of the best things about the company. Anyway, match starts off, Gage blasts Moxley right in the face with a big light tube bundle, he's bleeding instantly. You're like, fuck yeah. There's light tube shots against each other, fucking Gage is fucking carving Moxley up with a pizza cutter, Moxley's carving Gage up with a pizza cutter, it's in their fucking mouths. Gage gets blasted with light tubes, there's like a light tube bundle on the outside Moxley and a big baseball fucking kick to the tubes. There's a pane of glass, they'd like these panes of glass, like these swanky sort of like shower glass doors with like swans on them. Ooh, how pretty. The pretty and the ugliness of violence. Ooh, the contrast. Yin and yang. Anyway, the Moxley got speared through one of the panes of glass, his back was all fucking cut up. Moxley had a cutter to Gage through some tubes. It was just a really, really good fucking match. Crowd was fucking hot, crowd was fucking into it. And I thought it was gonna like kick into like a higher gear and go like even more fucking crazy because there's a lot more weapons, a lot more glass. Oh yeah, Gage got his fucking, he used to do this all the time in like CCW. He'd run off the ropes and somebody would like flip him to the outside, like usually through like fucking chairs or glass or tables or whatever, and he got flipped through a pane of glass and then he landed like right in his fucking like tailbone and his foot, and I was like, fuck, I thought he was fucked. Then there was a pane of glass, I believe, or light tubes, and John Moxley and Gage were at the top, and Moxley gave him this sort of like Rough Rider like DDT off the top. I think it was through something, it might be through a pane of glass. Sure it was through a pane of glass, but it was like Moxley pretty much took it all himself, and like Gage landed like right in his head, and it looked like he got a fucking concussion because the match was just over there and then. Moxley pins him 1, 2, 3, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I was like pissed off, but I was like, oh yeah, shit, fucking Gage is like fucking hurt. At least that's what it seemed like. Yeah, Moxley, whatever his fucking finisher is, the DDT thing. Gage looks concussed. He cut a promo after the match. Moxley wins. Crowd was like shocked. I was shocked. Like, I thought Gage was going to win. But I thought it was going to be a lot longer. But fucking... Anyway, if somebody gets hurt, fair enough. Match was fucking amazing for what it was. We will get a rematch, I'm pretty fucking sure. Maybe at the Hammerstein Ballroom, because GCW, before I go into Gage, cut a promo at the end and he was kind of a bit rambly and stuff, like more rambly than usually sounded like. He sounded concussed, but anyway, cut a promo and basically thanked all the fans and everything. That was the show. But there was a big announcement that Brett Lauderdale made, and basically he was going to make it for the Matt Cardona thing. This was the attendance announcement, which I still don't know what it is. Now, basically, on January 23rd next year, GCW is running the Hammerstein fucking Ballroom in New York, famous for obviously a lot of ECW's final pay-per-views, The Last Guilty's Charged, Massacre on 34th Street. What other pay-per-views did they run? They ran another couple of pay-per-views there, I think. At least Massacre on 34th Street and Guilty's Charged, and obviously ECW One Night Stand and One Night Stand 2006 were both at the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York. But then again, New York, no blood, no light tubes, no barbed wire. So, you know, whatever. But, I mean, it's really, really good for the company. They had a little promo video. It's really good for them. Very happy for all the guys and everybody for getting paydays, and very, very happy for GCW to run such a building. I just wish we could run the Hammerstein Ballroom with, you know, like a no-rope barbed wire 200 light tube deathmatch main event. But this is a deathmatch channel, you know, what are you going to do? Anyway, very happy for GCW for that. So Fight Club, really good show, awesome show. Wish the ending of the main event be a little bit different, but things happen. And Gage got hurt. The Kira match, the Kira fucking thing, that was bullshit. Like, fuck that. Fucking stupid. Anyway, it kind of makes up for the next night. I'd probably say best match, either main event, the opener, or Matt Cardona against Effie. And we'll move on to the night after. This was last night, because this is Monday as of time we're recording this. Do GCW the Aftermath, and the crowd was very, very thin compared to last night. I've noticed that they weren't saying anything about Akira. It came out tonight about all the fans there. I would find that, you know, like, I would, like, if it was me, I can understand people have got work and stuff. If I was going to make this big fucking effort, this pilgrimage to the showboat to go and see that thing, I would stay for the Aftermath. Like, it's like fucking at least like a third of the crowd is, it's like 2/3 of the crowd look like they're away. And there's fucking Minoru Suzuki against Joey Janela on the show, so fuck knows. Anyway, open the match, a scramble, who would have thought? Ninja Mac, Everett Connors, Frontman Jag, Gringo Loco, Marcus Mathers, and Nate Webb returning. Pretty good to see Nate Webb. Ninja Mac wins, as he is prone to do. That match was pretty fucking good. I really like Frontman Jag. I want to see a lot more of him. And really nice to see Nate Webb back. Anyway, moving on, we had AJ Gray against Colby Carino, the son of the Prince of Old School. Or what is his name? That's not his thing. His name's the last bastion of professional wrestling. That's it. I really like Colby Carino. I love Steve Carino. My favourite ever event in ECW history is November to Remember 2000. Anyway, AJ Gray wins. Good, decent match. Lots of back and forth. Wins with a lariat. AJ Gray beats him. Then we got one of my favourite matches of the night. Tony Deppen beat Dante Leon in a fucking awesome match. That was really, really back and forth. Really, really good. The finishing spot was like Dante Leon like went up top to like do like a spinning, flipping, fucking spiral tappy thing, and Tony Deppen like kneed him in the air. Oh my god, it's fucking awesome. Then he hit another knee and won. Awesome for Tony Deppen. He deserves it. I want to see Tony Deppen and Atticus Cogar on every single show and have them win all their matches. Make me happy. I'm gonna fucking watch anyway, GCW, but you know, whatever. Then we got Alex Zane was against Starboy Charlie, which was an interesting match. Alex Zane doing a lot less flippy stuff in this one. But he's a lot bigger guy. Just noticed that Alex Zane is a very tall man. He's very bulked up a lot from obviously being in the WWE. Match was good. Alex Zane wins. I believe he did this sort of the shooting star knee thing at the back of the head, and I'm sure he hit him with some sort of pile drivery power bomby thing. Chris Dickinson was with Starboy Charlie at the end. Alex Zane won. Decent match, you know, not too. I mean, this match is every single thing apart from the scrambles, the singles. Next match, we got probably one of my favourite other matches of the night. Calvin Tankman against ASF, and this was basically like not a squash match, but it was just Calvin Tankman beating the fuck out of ASF. ASF selling his ass off. ASF coming back like Spike Dudley come back, and a little bit of offense, cut right down. A little bit of offense, cut right down. It was really, really good, really entertaining for both those guys. Calvin Tankman like nearly got beat a couple of times. ASF was really like working his ass off. Like such a good fucking. Calvin Tankman kept doing like lackadaisical covers, sitting on him, and then he'd kick out, and he'd like, oh my god, I really enjoyed that match. I thought the match was really fucking good. And Calvin Tankman wins, unfortunately. Match had about 15 minutes. But it didn't feel that long. See, some matches for GCW, they do matches and you think, fucking Jesus Christ, they've got like a fucking scramble or a singles match or something and it goes like 20 and you're like, my god, when will this end? But this match went 15 minutes and it felt like about fucking like, felt like about half that, because it was that good. Then we got probably another decent match, Ali Catch against Mercedes Martinez making her GCW debut. Just both fucking women are really fucking good. Ali Catch showing how fucking good she is in wrestling, like one of the sort of like legendary women's wrestlers, Mercedes Martinez. Ali Catch fucking beat her. It was a really, really good match. Probably one of my favourite Ali Catch matches actually. Like, she looked great. She looked really, really good. Mercedes Martinez just made her look $1 million fucking bucks. And it's not just Mercedes work. Ali Catch is really, really fucking really good now. Like, she's awesome. So well done to both those two girls. And then we move on to our semi-main event. Minoru Suzuki against Joey Janela, and this match was fucking awesome. It was the first. I've seen this sort of little tour. I've seen like clips and stuff of Minoru Suzuki. I've maybe seen a couple, 2-3 matches of him in New Japan and things like that. But I'm not that familiar until he done his little GCW little tour. And his match with Janela was fucking awesome. Just the chops, the forearms, just the fucking Janela's got him in a fucking figure of 4 leg lock and he's like leaning back going and he sticks his tongue out and starts laughing, and Minoru Suzuki's fucking awesome, and they're saying he's like fucking like, he's like 50 odd year old and he's like going this fucking hard. He's the king, you know. But really, really good match. Joey Janela fucking sold his ass off. Joey Janela's giving it as hard as he was taking as well. Forearms, chops, kicks. It was fucking really, really fucking good. But in the end, oh, my downstairs neighbours are doing some sort of unsolicited building work. Again, fucking great. Minoru Suzuki wins, he puts Janela down, and afterwards, fucking Chris Dickinson comes out and basically squares right up to Minoru Suzuki and says, I think they're fighting each other on a New Japan show in Japan or in America. I know, Nate, yes, no, nice, is it? You like Minoru Suzuki, didn't you? Yes, you did. So that's going to happen, but Minoru Suzuki basically says, thanks GCW, and I love GCW. Nice touching moment, good to see him. And he is going to be fighting Nick fucking Gage in not this weekend coming, but the weekend after at War Ready in Los Angeles. The same building, the Ukrainian Culture Center, where they squared up at Highest in the Room. And we move into our main event. It was a death match. Thank the Lord there was one in this show. Alex Colon, the 3-peat against Jimmy Lloyd. Wow, Alex Colon can actually fucking like, you know, work and not just sit and do nothing for an entire match like he did the night before. So we had the middle rope was taken away. One side of the ring was covered in barbed wire. One side of the rope, sorry, was covered in barbed wire. The other side was light tubes. And then we had light tubes around the ring and panes of glass. Lots of light tube shots. There's about where Jimmy Lloyd had a chair in his hand and fucking ran through the light tubes right to the outside in Alex Colon. It was a really, really fucking good match. There's panes of glass that wouldn't break. They broke one of the Swan panes of glass. Alex Colon went to like DDT Jimmy Lloyd through the ropes to the outside. The glass didn't break, smashed over his head. What else did we have? Lots of light tube shots thrown into the wire. There was like a pane of glass sitting on 2 chairs and like a chair in front of it. And Jimmy Lloyd was sitting on Alex Cole, blasted him and hit him with like so many fucking light tubes, and then sort of went to give him like a sort of double stomp off the top rope through the pane of glass, didn't break, smashed it over him again, Callan clutch, and beat Jimmy Lloyd. So that was your main event, and then after the main event we had Akira, the Death Samurai, the man who's apparently never, you know, didn't cut his teeth in ICW, he's just wrestled elsewhere whatever. Anyway, he comes out and basically says, you know, his thing that got him into deathmatch wrestling was Kasai against Cologne. They said it couldn't be done, which was at the Showboat in February 2019, I believe. The same year I went to TOS 4. Anyway, he comes out and says, right, I want to fight you, prove myself, blah blah blah. So NGI 6, which is going to be in November the 13th, we have got Akira first round against Alex fucking Cologne. So, fuck yeah. Akira coming out. Akira basically main eventing the fucking show for GCW. So that was fucking Aftermath. It was good. It was not as good as the night before, but I thought the matches made up for it, like Ali Catch Martinez, Joey Janela Suzuki, the main event, and things like Tony Deppen and stuff like that. So overall, a very, very positive, strong weekend for GCW, and we've obviously got the announcement of the Hammerstein Ballroom, and we will move on to, so I mean, got your way to fucking watch them, they're both on Fight. I got both, I bought the bumper pack, the bundle deal on Fight, because that's what I thought the announcement was going to be. They were going to have their own streaming service, and I was going to be, thank the fucking God above to spend so much fucking money on GCW every fucking week. Every week it feels like, because it basically is. Like PCO done an interview where he was basically saying, yeah, his ROH contract's running out. Talk about PCO in a little bit as well. His contract's running out for ROH, and in December he'll be a free agent, and basically he's going to be, his main promotion is going to be GCW, and he says he's going to be running about 40 shows in 2022. And you think, oh Jesus Christ, 40 shows, that's like fucking £400 in the year. Have a streaming service, fuck's sake. Anyway, so November 12th, GCW presents Evil Deeds, which will be at the Detroit Knights of Columbus, the same hall that they had against the Horror Slam people. And we have already got 2 names announced for that. Masashi fucking Takeda and Yuna Yamashita from Freedoms are fucking coming over, and I cannot fucking wait. That's gonna be fucking so good. And the night after, November 13th, Saturday at Summit Park, Illinois. I believe that's the same building that they had NGI 4 in. We have got all these people announced for it. So obviously we've got Akira against Alex Cologne. We have also got now Yuna Yamashita, Masashi Takeda, and we have also got Eric fucking Ryan announced for the NGI. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And by the time I've edited this, there's probably another fucking entrant for the NGI. That's fucking awesome. Takeda's back, Yuna Yamashita's back. Hopefully we can maybe get both those two in ICW Loads Barred in Tennessee in November, because it's November 12th. And the ICW, they are November 19th and 20th, so it's just the week after, so fingers fucking crossed. Oh, and what else did we have GCW wise? Oh yeah, we've got War Ready, the match is announced for, oh that's another thing I completely fucking forgot to mention. After the Starboy Charlie, Chris Dickinson match at GCW Fight Club against Joey Janela and everything. No, it wasn't. It was after the Second Gear Crew, Akira Nightmare. Second Gear Crew were in the ring, Manson Justice are basically saying, we'll fight any tag team, we'll fight anybody, blah 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 blah. And who fucking comes out to fucking challenge them? The motherfucking Briscoe brothers come out. So you're like, what the fuck? I assume they're maybe going to set that up for maybe War Ready, or maybe set that up, fuck, I mean they could set up for the fucking Hammerstein Ballroom, why the fuck not? It's not even that far away, it's fucking October now, and January, it's not too far away. And as they were in the ring, Mark or Jay Briscoe, I get them confused, went to like go up the top rope and fell out the ring, which is quite funny. Anyway, moving on, so War Ready's October 23rd at the Ukrainian Culture Centre. We've got some matches announced for that. We've got the debut of Psycho Clown, interesting, from AAA. Nick Gage against Minoru Suzuki, obviously. Jonathan Gresham is against Alex Zane, that'll be fucking top notch. And we've also got Juicy and Jacob are going to be against, I get their second names mixed up, one's Fatu, one's Fanu, I think it's Jacob, Juicy Fatu and Jacob Fanu, I believe. And they're against Starboy and Dickinson. So that's the matches we've got announced so far for GCW. Now, ICW No Holds fucking Barred. As you see, I've got the posters. I say new posters, they're from the second last shows. We had the Deathmatch fucking Circus. Now, where in the name of fuck is my things for Deathmatch Circus? Where are they? So, this was October 1st with Deathmatch Circus. This was in Benton, Michigan. And I liked the little arena. It seemed like a pretty decent crowd as well for ICW. I mean, obviously not as big as the GCW Showboat crowds, Kevin Gill. Whoa! Really annoyed me when he said that. Anyway, so October 1st was at 8 PM, the compound. I really liked it how they were like in the sort of woods. And it was like the start of autumn and like all the leaves were falling from the trees and everything. It fucking looked cool set. So, we had our first round match. We had Akira, who was meant to be fighting or Invite. This match has meant to have happened about 4 or 5 times for ICW No Holds Barred. It's always been cancelled or Invite's not been there, Akira's been injured, something's happened, blah blah blah. Anyway, Brandon Kirk takes his place. Good fucking match. Akira wins. I was expecting Akira to continue his losing streak in the ICW No Holds Barred. Maybe he'll get some wins now because he is now GCW bound. Who knows? Anyway, unfortunately beats Brandon Kirk. Boo. Then we got our second match. We got Justin Kyle against motherfucking Tank. This was an interesting match because obviously Tank, I'm more used to seeing Tank in death matches. Justin Kyle's more strong style, punching the fuck at each other. They were beating the shit out of each other. Justin Kyle was fucking bleeding. There was doors involved, chairs involved. Fucking, my god, Tank was fucking knackered by the end of this. No fucking wonder against Justin fucking Kyle. I was kind of wanting Tank to fucking win. I knew he wasn't going to win against, you know, Justin Kyle, the strong style golden boy. Justin Kyle wins against Tank. Very good fucking effort from Tank though. Always good to see Tank. Always good to see the Reverend. Always, anytime the Reverend cuts a promo or cuts an interview or talks, I'm sold. And obviously he's with fucking Tank. Then we got a very interesting match. Akis Kogar, who I'm very happy to have as a mainstay in ICW No Holds Barred, defeated Jimmy fucking Jacobs out of no fucking where. Jimmy fucking Jacobs in a really good match. There was big sentons, there was the skewers versus the spike. I'm sure the Jimmy Jacobs bloody spike will be going up on the ICW No Holds Barred thing. I'll put the thing there. That is tomorrow. This coming Tuesday, so we'll have new posters, new everything. There is a new deck of cards, the collector's sort of cards things. Volume 2, I have got them in my cart, but I'm patiently waiting. As you might be able to see now on my leg, I've got In the Pit We Just Fight PFX fucking joggies. These are not new, I won them in an auction thing. Anyway, but we're going to have new hoodies and new joggies. This week, supposedly, Danny DeManto says. Maybe we'll get first crack at them on Tuesday night. Anyway, there's enough of that. So Akis Kogar beat Jimmy Jacobs. Fuck yeah, Akis deserves every win he gets. He should beat every fucking buddy. Then we got a death match. We had Neil Diamond Cutter against Madman fucking Pondo, and this was fucking awesome. Pondo was bleeding so fucking much. There's a bit where they were just sitting on chairs. I thought they were going to have like a barroom brawl type punching thing, but they just smacked fucking gusset plates in each other's heads and slammed them in. There was stop signs, there was cinder blocks and sledgehammers, there was big splashes, there was light tubes. It was fucking awesome. And Neil, as he should do, beat the fucking legend Madman Pondo. Really good match. Really good to see Pondo in ICW No Holds Barred. I believe that's his debut for ICW No Holds Barred. And then we got a match which very surprised to see, to be honest, because I mean he was meant to be there in April. He cancelled. Never seen him for ages in ICW's Jeff King. Jeff King, awesome. Love Jeff King. It was against Dale fucking Patricks. This match was really good, really bloody, really violent. The end came with Dale Patrick's fucking big fucking powerbomb to Jeff King through a sheet of glass. Both men were fucking bleeding. There was gussets and light tubes, and oh, it was awesome. It was a really, really good match. Hopefully we'll see Jeff King again in ICW No Holds Barred. Then we got an interesting match, probably the second favourite match of the night, as the 440, the Bev and Eric Ryan were against the rejects of Satujin and John Wayne Murdoch. Now, the start of the match, John Wayne Murdoch hit his sort of brainbuster thing and pinned Eric Ryan in about 3 seconds. Eric Ryan was like, fuck this. Then they restart the match. Then Eric Ryan pinned John Wayne Murdoch. And then John Wayne Murdoch was like, fuck this. They started the match again. So it was like 2 or 3 falls, but the first 2 falls it was like what the fuck's going on? Then it was a really decent match, lots of chairs, lots of crowd brawling, lots of just like brawling around, fighting. But in the end, Eric Ryan did beat John Wayne Murdoch. Non-title, obviously, 'cause it's a tag team match. But this match was really good, really brutal and bloody. You can see all the guys were fucking spent by the end of it. But this sets up a match for the Deathmatch horror story, which is on the 23rd of October, where we are going to get Eric Ryan versus John Wayne Murdoch for the Deathmatch title once again, but this time it's a 60-minute fucking Iron Man title match. Fuck yes. I mean, the Orin Veidt one against John Wayne Murdoch was good, but for me personally, I would say Eric Ryan is 1000% better than Orin Veidt, because he's just one of the best deathmatch wrestlers in the world. And he is obviously announced for the NGI 6, so I would hopefully, fingers fucking crossed, if we can't get this, maybe we can get this in November for ICW, Eric Ryan against fucking Takeda, or John Wayne Murdoch against Takeda, or both, please, fucking any of it, fucking hell. Anyway, we move on to our main event, where we had the hype fucking city match, Sadika against the debuting Mickey Knuckles, and this was fucking bloody and brutal and violent. And I even noticed in this match, like, Sadika doesn't wear any fucking wrist tape. Doesn't even wear any fucking gloves. It's like, Jesus Christ. Light tubes and sent-ons through light tubes and throwing each other through sheets of glass. Both women were fucking bleeding buckets. It was so violent. If you're gonna watch it, go on IWTV, watch this fucking match. I would say for this show, I would watch Kogar Jimmy Jacobs, Neil Pondo, and watch the 440 tag match with the Rejects, and watch the main event, and watch Tank Justin Kyle. I mean, just watch the whole fucking show, Tank and Justin Kyle. I mean, it was really fucking good. I really enjoyed it. I'm a sad mark for ICW No Holds Barred, as you can obviously tell. But yeah, this match was fucking awesome. Sadika fucking wins. After she's fucking won, she's blasting. I'm sure she's stabbing Nikki in the head. Mickey can't continue. Sadika keeps hitting her with light tubes, keeps hitting her with light tubes. Danny DeManto comes out. He's like, fucking stop. Fucking John Wayne Murdoch and everyone have to come out and stop her. It was really, really good. Always nice to see motherfucking Sadika in the pit and in the chains. She's a very high class fucking talent, and she needs to wear some fucking wrist tape. I fear that she may die. Then at the same night, we had No Holds Barred presenting the Pit 4. This was in like a little barn off to the side of wherever they were. And this is a very, very quick show, but a very, very good show. Very, very happy with the Pit. Like, oh, it's only an hour. You're like, thank fucking God. It's fucking, sometimes GCW matches feel like they last longer than an hour. They only last about 20 minutes. Jesus Christ. So first match, Aaron Williams against Aaron Ryan. This was great. Like, I would say probably the Pit 4 is probably my favourite of the ICW shows that this weekend. It was just quick, simple, easy, violent. All the matches were good. They were all fun. The little pit in the barn was a cool little setting. It was nice, really good. Aaron Williams against Aaron Ryan. Really like this match. Really, really fucking good. Go and just watch this show. It's only an hour of your time. You've got an hour spare. Get out. When you've not got to watch 800 GCW shows this week, have to spend an hour and watch ICW No Holds Barred Pit. Fucking worth it. Then we got Justin Kyle against Isa Broner. This match was really good as well. Only 3 minutes it went, I think. Kyle's fucking punching him. Oh, it was awesome. Really, really quick. Justin Kyle, the unbeatable, unstoppable fucking machine. Then we got Satujin against the debuting The Carver. The Carver's got a fucking axe. There was like gusset plates put in his chest and fucking gusset plate thing hit through his back and everything. Satujin did win. I think he gave him like a big fucking like Uranagi slam, like a guardrail. Looked fucking sick, like his head hit the back of it. Fucking sick fucking match. Really, really good match though. And if Carver got Please Come Back chance, I'm sure he will. I'm sure they'll have the Carver, the Deathmatch horror story. They've announced that they're going to have the Crypt Keeper and Nightmare Freddy in a tag match against somebody. Probably the Sheik and somebody else. I mean, I'd just put them against Satujin and the Carver. I mean, they make a good tag team. Then we got probably one of the best matches of the pit. We had Tank against Hoodfoot, who I'd never seen before. Hoodfoot and Tank, thumbtack, bats, punching each other, gusset plates stuck in Hoodfoot's fucking head. Hoodfoot is on the fucking rise. He is going to be, just have him in all the ICW shows, please, Danny, from now on, because he's awesome. Fucking deserves it. and Tank was punching the fuck out of him and chopping him and fucking tacks, gusset plates. Really good match. Tank fucking wins. I'm sure he like put like a chair on his head and kept punching it, kicking it in his face. Tank won. Really good match, but at the end of it, Tank fucking puts Hoodfoot over and was like, fucking hell, you fucking belong here. And like, this thing, Hoodfoot, you know, pays homage to the deathmatch god that is Tank. Really fucking good match. Awesome. More Hoodfoot, please. Then we had Darren McCarthy, who is a Detroit Devils ice hockey player. I am not familiar with ice hockey whatsoever, but he was against Brandon Kirk. Brandon Kirk got on, like, I assume, a rivaling hockey top, and a sign saying that he was like some sort of mark for some guy who's a hockey player. I don't fucking know anything about hockey. It was interesting. I mean, the guy, like, they're pretty much like rolling around with each other, but Darren McCarthy got hit in the head with a light tube. It was interesting. A strange sort of situation. I mean, I'm sure for a lot of people in Detroit and Michigan, he's like a big fucking deal wrestling in the pit against Brandon Kirk. But Brandon Kirk won with a roll-up, which was quite funny. Brandon Kirk in ICW always gets like given all these like strange matches. Like he's against Colby Carino and Jack Victory in a couple of weeks. An interesting match. Strange for me. I mean, I'm not really aware of it, but good, fucking good times. And then we got the main event. We had Tommy Vendetta against John Wayne Murdoch, and this match was fucking great. Tommy Vendetta deserves to be a mainstay of ICW Olds Bar as well. Unsurprisingly, John Wayne Murdoch wins and retains his title against Tommy Vendetta. This was another very quick, good match. As I'm saying, ICW Olds Bar, the Pit 4, awesome little show. Only an hour. Watch it. It's fucking good shit. It's in a little tiny barn. Every match is fucking great. What are you waiting for? Then, unfortunately, because it's ICW and they're often plagued with unfortunate bad luck, which is why they need everybody's motherfucking support. The next day, where are we? Before we get to that, we will go over RPW, which is my first time seeing RPW, which is Ruthless Pro Wrestling. They ran Inked in Blood, and this was in the same place, in Michigan, the compound thing. But they had a ring with ropes, and we had, first was a 5-man scramble, which was, I'm not familiar with two of these people. So Zach Thomas, never seen him before. Jake Christ, obviously, legend. JJ Garrett, Larry D, nice to see him from Impact and Ring of Honor, and Malcolm Runroll III. This was like a nice little scramble. Larry D, the big guy. It was like a lot more slower paced than a GCW scramble. Really had time to let it breathe, like a fine wine. I quite enjoyed this match. I thought it was pretty decent for a non-deathmatchy thing. Then we got Schwartzy, who was against Gregory Iron. Schwartzy and Randy West, who are, I believe they're married in real life, have 69 FH, Flophouse I think it means, 69 FH, against obviously 440 Gregory Iron. This was quite funny. Gregory Iron was really good. I mean, entertaining, it makes me laugh. He was like, why are you booing me, I've got cerebral palsy and stuff like that. It was really funny. Schwartzy won. Decent sort of like, decent little match. Then the next match, which I was expecting to be like an awesome like bloodbath, we had the Kogar brothers, Atticus Kogar and Otis Kogar, were against the Dead Wrestling Society, which was Jason Gorey and Crimson, and obviously the Kogar brothers are fucking awesome. Atticus is one of the best in the world. Otis Kogar deserves to be a lot more places, but Gorey and Crimson, not really my cup of tea. This match was was alright. Good to see the Kogar brothers tagging. It was apparently the first time since 2016. Long fucking time. But it was just, there's just lots of chairs, so brawling around. There was like, Gorey had his like hook. It was alright. The Kogars won, the right result. And then they were going to shake hands with Kogar and Otis afterwards, and the Kogars like, fuck you. Good times. I'm not really a fan of the Dead Wrestling Society. Not for me. Then we had Justin Kyle against Shane Mercer, two big motherfucking boys fighting for the IPW World Championship. This match was good. Lots of slams and thrown around and doors and things like that. Justin Kyle retains. Justin Kyle's he came out to Eminem's something. I'm not familiar with Eminem. It means nothing to me. I remember it when I was a child. But Jesus Christ. But they're in Detroit, I guess. He's also got a new restaurant called Mum's Spaghetti out there. Like, just have you not got enough money? Anyway. Then we got probably one of the best matches of the entire weekend. We had a dog collar, four corners of fuckery match between Madman Pondo and Hoodfoot, because Pondo was meant to be against Bam Sullivan. Bam Sullivan couldn't be there for some reason, so we got Hoodfoot, and this match was a bloodbath. Hoodfoot got a fucking gusset plate stuck in his head again, and he was bleeding. I'll show you here. He was bleeding fucking buckets everywhere. His face was a crimson mask. It was awesome. Pondo beats Hoodfoot, but like, holy fuck, this match is, go out of your way to see it. If you don't watch a single other match of RPW, watch this. Hoodfoot is on the fucking rise. Pondo puts him over after the match, and I think he says something for, no, he said something for Daphne the night before with Neil Diamond Cutter. Rest in peace, Daphne. But Hoodfoot looked fucking just stained red with his own blood. It was awesome. Then we got the American Deathmatch title. This was like an ICW sort of showcase match, one could say. We had John Wayne Murdoch against Danny DeManto, the boss. This match was good. Light tube log cabins, light tube bundles. They're both smashing the light tube bundles. There's doors as well. There's always got to be doors. Log cabins as well. It was fucking. It was really, really good. Really a quick little match. John Wayne Murdoch wins. Danny DeManto did a bit where he's had like John Wayne Murdoch on a thing with light tubes on, giving the big elbow. Nice little match, lots of little fun spots. I mean, I was kind of looking forward to seeing, I mean, what was announced for this show was going to be Murdoch against Josh Crane in a 200 light tube deathmatch weed whacker match, but hey ho. John Wayne Murdoch wins, obviously, to beat the boss, but good to see Danny there. At least he seemed a lot happier than he was there later on in the night, and we'll find out why. Then we had Too Much Wire, which was Eddie Only against Randy West, basically like barbed wire boards, barbed wire doors. Eddie Only's very, very funny, he kicks all the deathmatch stuff out the ring, says we're beating up a woman, says he's quit smoking for 5 days when Randy West got a cigarette. He's not quit smoking. Oh, I love Eddie Only. I want him in every show. He's so entertaining and so funny. Like, obviously I like blood and guts and violence, but I'm happy. Like, some of my favourite wrestlers are like Excalibur, obviously before an AEW commentator, Excalibur, Beef Wellington, Larry Sweeney, people like that. So like Eddie Only's fucking class, like he's fucking great. And he beats Randy West. I think she like jumped off the turnbuckle and like landed on a barbed wire board, and her head fucking like basically hit the mat, and Eddie Only won. He was just basically, he pretty much like squashed her. There's not really very much weapons because he kept kicking out the ring, but I mean the match was okay. Eddie Only was always good to see. Then we got probably one of the other better matches of the night, Satujin against Josh Crane, Panes of Glass death match. This was violent, like slamming through panes of glass, Death Valley drivers through panes of glass. So Satujin's sitting in the corner, like his face towards the turnbuckles. Josh Crane puts a pane of glass on him and elbows it like right through his back and his arms, instantly fucking pissing blood. Fucking really, really good match. Satujin beats Josh Crane. Josh Crane, really, really good showing for Josh Crane. I mean, he needs to be more places as well. I mean, he's been doing this for a fucking long time. Long time. But Satujin beat Josh Crane. They were both bloody fucking messes by the end of this match. Please check that match out. Then we had the... where are we? 4-way. Everything including the kitchen sink elimination death match. Neil Diamond Cutter, Chuck Stein, Matthias Thrasher, who I've never seen before, and motherfucking Tank with the Reverend. This match was really good. There was light tubes, there was syringes, there was about 4 syringes put in Chuck Stein's thing. He got syringes put through his face, and the picture here of Tank giving the thumbs up with him. This match was good. Neil Diamond Cutter got choke slammed through light tubes by Tank. Tank eliminated Matthias Thrasher. Chuck Stein eliminated Tank, and then Neil Diamond Cutter eliminated Chuck Stein to win the 4-way match. This match went, I mean, about 15 odd minutes. It was pretty good, like quite a long match for some people were in it. There was a kitchen sink that fucking Chuck Stein got slammed into as well. That was no give whatsoever. That was fucking painful. And in your main event, the RPW Rust Belt Deathmatch Championship, as Dale Patricks defended that title against Mickey Knuckles. This was bloody and violent and brutal and holy fuck, like just please go watch this show. Dale Patrick beats Mickey Knuckles, and there was like a pane of glass set up over 2 chairs, over a door, over the ground outside this ring is just like gravel basically, and they give like a sort of like Russian leg sweepy thing like right to the outside. That was fucking horrible. Oh my god, like the land, Jesus Christ, the bodies, the mayhem. But Dale Patrick's beat Mickey Knuckles and retained his Rust Belt title, and this was my first ever show for RPW. Watched it live. It was really good. I'll be watching every subsequent show. I'll go back and watch other ones. And nice to see a lot of the guys I like in a deathmatch company. Pretty much seems like ICW Nodes Bard's sister company at this point, or one of them at least. Really good. Really, really fucking good. Probably some of the best matches in the entire weekend was with RPW. Then we move on. We were meant to have obviously Deathmatch Circus Night 2, but we did not because it pissed down with rain, and Danny Demand was very fucking pissed off, as was I. But hey ho, we had held the entire show that was advertised in the fucking barn because you got to roll the fucking punches, and like Danny Demand said, he's sick of rolling the punches. He's gonna make things better and he's gonna change. I mean, I don't know what he could have done. Had a big fucking tent, I don't know, but I felt really, really bad for him, and I felt really, really bad for the guys. But they packed that little barn and they put on the Pit 5, and it was a fucking good show. So we had Atticus Cogar against Jake Christ because Orton White wasn't there. Atticus Cogar fucking won, headlock driver, fucking beat Jake Christ. They're all chatting fuck Ohio, they're both from Ohio. But it was a good match. This show is obviously, like, all the matches are very, very short, pit style. Obviously I assume they're all meant to go a lot longer, maybe with different results, but here we are. Then Justin Kyle against Larry D in the pit, beating the fuck out of each other. Justin Kyle wins against Larry D. Larry D says he belongs in the pit and he belongs in ICW, so hopefully we'll see him back too. Justin Kyle continues his winning streak. Then we got a death match between Neil Diamond Cutter and Eddie Only. There's a bit where they were sitting on the chairs, like the barroom brawl thing that fucking Neil Diamond Cutter and Pondo had the night previous, but instead of gusset plates they had a cigarette, and they're passing the cigarette and they're stealing the cigarette from each other all the time. It was really, really funny. There was like a Thanos glove covered in Legos. Neil Diamond Cutter beat Eddie Only. It was good. I mean, it's Eddie Only and Neil Diamond Cutter, two of my favourites in the whole world of wrestling. Neil Diamond Cutter did tell me as well that he is going to keep getting as many signatures and as many things as he can on those gloves for me, so fuck yeah. Thanks Neil Diamond Cutter for being one of the best in the business. Very, very happy with the year he's had. It's been a fucking awesome year. And good to see Eddie Only back. Long live Eddie Only. Then the next match we had was Mickey Knuckles. This was meant to be Danny DeManto and a partner against Brandon Kirk and Casey Kirk, but Danny DeManto was like, I'm spent. It's been a long day. There's been a lot of stress, obviously, considering with the circus and everything, and having to move everything inside and everything. Apparently, like Gene, the weapons master, was helping people move their cars out of the mud because of the rain. So Danny DeManto was like, fuck this. He's like, Brandon Kirk's going to be one-on-one, but you're going to be against my partner, Mickey fucking Knuckles. And Mickey Knuckles came out and beat the fuck out of Brandon Kirk. Really, really good match. Mickey Knuckles and Danny DeManto were hugging each other and stuff. All the water is under the bridge. It's fucking great. Mickey Knuckles beat Brandon Kirk. I'd rather have seen Kirk win, but whatever. Maybe we'll get this tag match maybe on the next show or another show. Then we got Akira against Bobby Beverly, where we had some light tubes and some doors and sidos through doors and slams through doors and everything. This was only 4 minutes. I mean, I was expecting to get like a repeat of the match they had at this show, NHB 14, because Akira versus Beverly was probably my favourite match that entire night. They're two fucking good wrestlers, they've got such good chemistry together. But Akira won, unfortunately. Ugh, God's sake. You can't win it, you can't have it all, you know. But I mean, this match was good for what it was. It's the Bev and Akira. Hopefully we'll get to see rematches of all these matches in the chains, maybe in a show that doesn't rain. Hey ho. Then we got Eric Ryan against Sadaka, light tubes everywhere. This was a brutal break. Sadaka fucking broke her hand or her arm the night before against Mickey Knuckles. Fucking hell. Still put on a good show. This was just brutal light tube shots and headbutts and just, it was honestly fucking amazing. And Eric Ryan fucking beat Sadaka with a fucking snuff stomp, I believe. I can't remember, it's been a week or so since I watched this show. And Eric Ryan basically said afterwards, he's like, I want a rematch when we're not in a barn in fucking Change with Circus. So we'll probably see that again. And he is going to be in a couple of weeks and be against John Wayne Murdoch in an Iron Man match. And John Wayne Murdoch was against Dale Patricks in the main event. We had panes of glass and light tubes and everything. This match was fucking good, but it's in the barn. We wanted it in the Chains. I thought this match was going to go like 20 fucking minutes in the Chains, but it didn't. Only went 7 minutes. John Wayne Murdoch won. I felt bad for Dale Patricks because I felt in my heart of hearts that Patricks was going to take away the American Deathmatch title from John Wayne Murdoch, but he didn't. I think it was just because we were in the barn and booking probably would have changed, but whatever, the match was good for what it was. ICW No Bar rolled with the punches, put on another good show. Not a brilliant show that it was going to be, but it was a good show nonetheless, and I will support that company through thick and thin, and the next fucking show is going to be awesome, where we have, and that was the Pit 5, that was the Deathmatch Circus. Cheeky monkey. That was the Deathmatch Circus. Good to see RPW. I would say probably RPW. I'd say it probably goes to Pit 4, RPW, NHB 18, then the Pit 5. But that is not the fault of the boss or the company. Fault of the fucking weather and things being fucked up. Anyway, maybe Dale Patricks one day will win that title. There's so many people who want to win that belt. Eric Ryan, Dale Patricks, Neil Diamond Cutter, the Bev, fucking so many people, but there's just so much talent in with this company. Anyway, so we'll move on to matches announced for the Deathmatch Horror Story. We've got new matches announced. Hey, Navy. Cheeky little monkey. Oh, this is October 23rd on IWTV at the Pawn Shop in Port Richey, Florida. It's been a while since we've been at the Pawn Shop. We've got NDC against Sage Sin in a pumpkin patch death match. This is a rematch from a match they had at Crimson Crown Wrestling a couple of weeks ago. We've got Dale Patricks against Alex fucking Ocean making his return. That'll be fucking awesome. Cannot wait. And obviously now, also added to the show, we've got John Wayne Murdoch, Eric Ryan, 60-minute Iron Man death match for the American Deathmatch Championship. And then we move on to ICW Nold's Barred in Tennessee. Please, fucking Takeda, please, Takeda, stay around for this fucking weekend, please. This is November 19th. We've got the Pit 5 at the TWE of Chattanooga in Red Bank, Tennessee. Oh, really? We've got one match announced for this, for the Pit 5. Brett fucking Ison, who I think is doing a little sort of retirement tour, is going to be against Calvin Tankman. That'll be fucking good. And NHB 20. 20 was meant to be the Deathmatch Horror Story, but obviously because of the weather, we've now changed. NHB 20, it's Saturday, November 20th, 8 PM at the Inversion Circus Arts Centre in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We have got a new name announced for that, and it is motherfucking PCO. So who knows who's going to fight? I mean, hopefully it's Neil Diamond Cutter. That'd be fucking interesting. Then again, I want to see Neil Diamond Cutter against Takeda. I mean, I hope to fucking God Takeda's at this fucking show. My Christ. Just to say that there was a signing with Kitaro, Kasai and Takeda signing ICW Nold's Barred stuff. You look here, you'll see some pictures of Takeda signing my t-shirt. That's my t-shirt. I'll show you when that arrives, because it's obviously have to go to Japan, be signed in Japan, sent back to America, then sent to the fucking UK. So that fucking that t-shirt's been around the world more than I have in the past fucking year, 2 years. Jesus Christ. And also we've got here the Freedom Show, which was a couple of nights ago. Jun Kasai wearing a fucking Nold's Barred fucking top. You want fucking Kasai in the chains. Kasai and Takeda. Fucking bring everybody. Bring fucking Moto over. Fucking bring everyone. I'm losing my fucking voice. I've not spoke this fucking lot about wrestling in a long fucking time. No Peace Underground have announced a show. This is October 24th, the day after the Pawn Shop show of the Horror Story at the Sound Bar. 8 PM. Got a couple of matches announced for it. Rec and NDC. Fuck yes. I thought they were going to be against Brandon Kirk and Casey fucking Kirk. Come on, Ryan Fox. Fucking why not have that match? Everybody wants to see that match. I want to see it. Anyway, sorry, Rec and NDC are against Jason Gorey and Sage Sin. Holy fuck, me interested. And we've also got Atticus Kogar is going to be against the Dark fucking Sheik. Now, we have got a fair amount of H2O news, as we've got 3 of their biggest fucking shows ever coming up. Destiny, the November fucking show, which is called Last November, and a 3 month Deathmatch tournament. So the 3 months Deathmatch tournament now has a fair few entrants. I believe 3 months in it's a 16 person tournament. We've got Brandon fucking Kirk, big wins. Mitch Vallon, who hopefully will come back to ICW Holds Barred after his amazing showing against Satu Jin. Mickey Knuckles, who's fucking everywhere. Neil Diamond Cutter. And this is on October the 30th. I believe we might have other entrants for it. We've also got Jimmy Lyon as announced for the show. And we might have somebody else. Kennedy Copeland is also announced for the show. I should have wrote that down in my notes. See how good my fucking memory is. See how fucking good it is. Because I'm not being able to have a fucking drink to be fucking working all the time. Anyway, H2O is announcing last November, this is the 27th of November at the H2O Centre, and the main event is going to be, this is after the conclusion of Hustlemania 4, where RSP retained his world title, and we are going to have Tremont against RSP one more time in a no-rope barbed wire match. What can you fucking say? And then we move on. So we've got matches set for Destiny. This is October 21st at the Trenton Thunder Ballpark in Trenton, New Jersey. And I have lost my fucking notes because there's so many pages of fucking notes over there. We've got Tremont Onita, obviously, in a double hell death match. Oh, it's going to be so fucking good on Halloween night. I cannot fucking wait. We have got the Hideki, I'm going to probably get his name wrong. The Hideki Osaka Memorial Rumble. He's one of Anita's sort of running mates who died, I think it was last year, of cancer, so we've got a Memorial Hardcore Battle Royal for him, which will be good, so rest in peace to him as well. We've got a 5-way hybrid championship women's match. Jenny Rose, Casey Kirk, Mickey fucking Knuckles, Masha Slamovich, and the champion Mrs. Kennedy Copeland. That'll be fucking good. And announced we've got 6-on-6 12-person tag team battle between 440, RSP, Akis, Ryan, Only, the motherfucking Bev, and Gregory Iron. And they're against Team H2O, Ron Mathis, Jimmy Lyon, Lucky 13, Devin Moore, Chuck Payne, and a mystery person. Whoa, who could it be? And moving on to shows that are happening this weekend, we've got AWR is on the 16th. This is at German Park in Turner's Building, the same venue as King of the Death matches this year, which is the Goddess of Death women's tournament. We've got round 1, Mickey Knuckles. I've said her name so many times, she's fucking everywhere. She's a phenomenon right now. Mickey Knuckles against Nina Monet in a last woman standing match. Randy West against Misfit, who I believe was at the Carnage Cup. Carnage Cup was Saturday and Sunday, just finished yesterday. I have seen some videos and I've seen some pictures and it looks fucking disturbing and fucked up. And it's one of those things where Carnage Cup's fucking crazy, everybody fucking hates it, but like a car crash or like somebody sort of like falling out of a skyscraper window and landing on a car, you know, you're gonna look. You can't help but have a little look, you know. Anyway, that's Carpet Strips. And also round 1 we've got Sadie Suicide, a woman I'm not familiar with, against Ludark Shaitan, Boards of Bullshit, and we've got motherfucking Sadika against a mystery opponent. Ooh. And obviously, as I've spoke about in the last episode, it was like fucking 3 weeks ago I did this. VOW Lords of Anarchy is the same day on the 16th. There's a little poster here for that. Go and watch the last episode, click the link and you'll be able to find out all the matches and information for that fucking crazy tournament. Now, Crimson Crown Wrestling had a deathmatch women's tournament as well. It had the Goddess of Gore. So AWR has got the Goddess of Death, Crimson Crown Wrestling's got the Goddess of Gore. This was on October 3rd in Los Angeles, and the winner was Randy fucking West. And also there was another show, I think it was on the same day, called Scared Stupid, and this is where we had Neil Diamond Cutter against Sage Sin, in the Pumpkin Deathmatch 1. We're going to get the rematch for that, ICW Holds Barred, which will be fucking good. And also on the show, we had Sadika beat the BC Killer for the Deathmatch Championship, and they're going to have a rematch at some point, somewhere. My god, so much fucking Deathmatch wrestling. Now we will quickly, finally move on before this episode runs into fucking 7-hour territory. FMWE on October 24th is presenting their next show, Sky High. And where is the little picture that I've got for this? The main event is something invented by Onita, as everything is in deathmatch wrestling, you must remember, is the Jado Rocket. Now, this is invented by Onita as a rocket that fires about 100 feet and crashes into the ring, causing a huge explosion. The first time it has been done in Tokyo Yamaha area, and this will be the main event. I believe it is Pogo and Abdullah Kobayashi against Onita and somebody else in the main event for that. So that's fucking crazy. It's FMWE. Every fucking month they're doing a fucking crazy, no rope, fucking exploding, barbed wire, time bomb, death match. Awesome. And then we will move on to big motherfucking Japan, because they have had some fucking matches over the last little while. They had where are we? The Black Company Hell October Series opening round. We had some death matches for that. This was on the 5th at Corrigan Hall. See, the big Japan things have actually got the announced crowds. 241 people. So the death matches we had. So we had G-Shock death match, which is Hyodo and Hoshino defeated Drew Parker and Ishikawa. And we also had a match which I'll need to find a picture for. Poison Needle Fluorescent Light Tube death match. Takeda, Tasakamoto, Suduka beat Kobayashi, Numazawa and Ito. And I'm sure this is one of the ones where I saw like hundreds of thousands of skewers stabbed into everybody's faces and heads, like everywhere. Looked fucking crazy. I'll try and find some pictures and put them there. And then they had the show on the 9th of October at Corrigan Hall, 249 people, very, very small crowds for Corrigan Hall, where we had a couple more death matches as well. Abdullah Kobayashi beats Hoshino and Katsumuta in a 3-way death match. We had the Crazy Lovers, Takeda and Sakamoto in a light tube death match. And Sakuda beat Numazawa, Ito and Ishikawa. Then we had a barbed wire death match. Katanami and Takehashi defeated Isami Kodaka and Yuyo Miyamoto, who is the current Big Japan Deathmatch champion. And the main event, the GCW Ultraviolent title shock deathmatch, as Drew Parker defeats Hyodo. And after this match, Takeda came out and made himself known to Drew Parker and basically said, put up here what of the English translation. It's very difficult to get things Japanese translation wise. Anyway, he basically said that he's going to challenge Drew Parker for the Ultraviolent title, and he's going to take that title to fucking America for the NGI. And that is announced for the 25th of fucking October, Takeda against fucking Drew Parker. Fucking yes. Then we move in to motherfucking Freedoms territory, as we are going to go over the results for these shows. So Freedoms held their 12th anniversary at the Corrigan Hall, 580, which fair enough, you know. So we had some death matches for these. We had a hardcore match. Dragon Libra was beaten by Masashi Takeda. Good times. ERE tag team champions Sakuda and Yuki defeated Sasaki and Katori in a Hunter or Hunted hardcore match. Then we had Damn Style Crazy 4U Ultimate Item Bringing death match. Jun Kasai and Sasaki defeated Masayoka and Segura. That'll be fucking good. Can't wait. Really looking forward to when we get these matches online. Somebody put them on the Murder Death Kill Club or something. We'll get to see them. Love Freedoms. Like, they're always like hands down like the best death matches ever in the world. And the main event, somebody who I'm not too familiar with, Tomohaya Harata was defeated by Violento Jack, and the future is coming on Glassboard Alpha Deathmatch. I'll put some stuff up here. So I've not seen this guy before, he was on the next show, but it looks fucking awesome. Like, what the fuck? Guy I've never seen before doing this, and really want to see the tag team match. Really want to see the whole show, really. And then the next night, Freedoms hosted a match at the Shinkaba First Ring, 157 people. This is the 13th year of Freedom, so basically the other 12th anniversary, so it's the day after, so the start of the 13th year. Crazy to think they were around 13 years. So we had some other death matches on this show. We had Unchained, which is Kasai and Yamashita, in a Saw Ladder forkboard death match. They defeated Orca Yuto and Masashi Takeda. Really want to see that. And the main event, which was a fluorescent light tube and alpha death match. We had Masayoka, I can't say his name so many times. Tomoya and Harita and Segura defeated ERE, UK, Sakuda and Violento Jack in 6-man action. So that looks fucking awesome. I love Freedoms. Like, for me, the sort of favourites of companies worldwide would probably be Rise for the UK, ICW Nodes Barred for America, Freedoms for Japan, and also Freedoms have got another show upcoming, which is Bloody Halloween, and I'll put up the matches somewhere on this. Bloody Halloween, which is going to be on October 17th. And that'll be fucking awesome, and then it'll probably take another fucking week or two before we get any fucking matches for that. They will like to be able to view them. Oh my god. Moving to finally, nearly finally, Mexico, as Siglope won that fucking deathmatch tournament. I was right. I am not too sure what the fucking results were if he was against Extremo in the finals, but Siglope did win. I did say it was going to be Siglope Medio Extremo, so I was nearly right. So good for him. Need to see Siglope Medio Extremo in the States, in the UK, in fucking Japan again. Come on, world. Fucking COVID's nearly dead, more or less. We're having to get Yamashita and Takeda can travel to the US, and fucking Schlack and Casanova travel to the UK, so get the fucking Siglope in that out. Anyway, speaking of the UK, finally, we had Michael Caden won the Rise Hardcore title in a 4-way, because Rise just hosted a show on October 9th, a brewery called Uproar, thing here, at the Play Brewery Tap Room in Middlesbrough, and they are going to be doing a show in January at the same venue. They're going to be running a show at the Taproom Brewery in Middlesbrough, and afterwards they are going to be showing the Royal Rumble, a watch party for the Royal Rumble after it. And that is all the information. I'll just say that I got some of this stuff from, I got the Outlaw Cup little magazine thing. I got some stickers, who doesn't like stickers? I got these, which is pretty fucking cool, another magazine. The blueprints of the weapons that they used for the Outlaw Cup, because I got these. Very good. Thank you, Deathmatch Outlaws. Thank you, Danny Douglas, as well, for everything that he does for the company. Thank you, Rise. All this shit. Fucking awesome. Need to get this. And I also got this, which is the turnbuckle pad covered in blood and signed by all 4 guys in the tournament. Big Joe, Lou Nixon, Darko, and Michael Caden. I got this. Hopefully I'll get another one for Games of Death. Anyway, that is it. I'm losing my voice for talking about so much fucking wrestling. That is it for this episode. Probably this episode might be the last episode on my current sort of setup. My PC I've had since 2013. It is now fucked and dead. So I'll be editing this. I can't even fucking update Google Chrome. It won't let me watch a fight or IWTV on my fucking PC. Fuck knows. Anyway, it's on a good run. Gonna be getting a new fucking PC. My Final Cut Pro and my PC are so fucking old, as you probably can tell from my videos. I'll have a new PC, new everything this week. So I'll be doing this. I've got another couple of videos to edit that I can find. Like, I can actually use my Final Cut Pro on my PC. I'll have them all up, and then by next week, hopefully, it won't be a 3-week wait for another episode or anything. Be a lot more frequent because I've got my new job, new rotas, new everything. Anyway, thank you for the over 1,000 subscribers. It's crazy. And this has been the News That Broke Glass, episode 24. No deathmatch, no life.